Well, they're both very interesting and potentially powerful arguments. The impossibility of strong emergence or radical emergence is it's just a really interesting problem. On the face of it, I think if you looked at it abstractly, you'd say, well, that should be a coherent notion. Why can't we link properties so that novel features just appear? It would be a brute fact, but brute facts don't seem to be incoherent. So why would that be impossible? Now, what's most interesting there, I think, is the notion of the strength of the connection between the properties at issue. The British emergentists thought of strong emergence as a kind of law-like relation or nomological relation. It was a part of nature, so that whenever you got certain assemblages of simple physical stuff together, then you would get these emergent properties appearing. This was a law of nature, but it was a law of nature that was not dictated by logic. You could imagine it being broken. There'd be other possible worlds where the emergence would be different or not appear at all. That is not, that kind of relationship is a sort of weak connection. You might think there's also some notion of an absolute logical connection which governs strong emergence. I think this is much more problematic. It would be the one needed to develop a physicalist picture, perhaps, but hard to see. And there may be a way to show that that actually is an incoherent notion. So the argument that strong emergence is impossible, I think, opens up just very interesting philosophical questions. How powerful it is, I'm not so sure. One footnote to this would be, even if it was coherent, it's possible that it would be an inelegant or an ugly addition to a theory, to throw in some strong emergence. Even if it's logically permissible, it might be preferred to avoid it. And that would be another argument against it, a kind of methodological argument. The intrinsic nature argument is also a very philosophically fruitful. How strong the argument is very debatable. I think it's really controversial, but interesting. There are philosophers who will deny it absolutely. They will call themselves structuralists, and they will say relational properties do not need any possible ground. It seems to me, I am drawn to the idea that relational properties do need an intrinsic ground. And this tends to lead towards a panpsychist picture, because the primary or maybe only intrinsic nature that we have access to is consciousness itself, or qualitative consciousness. And so I think that's a very interesting argument. Maybe it is the stronger of the two.